Hey guys, it's Cameron for the series premiere of the new Hulu show, Future Man. And what Future Man is essentially about is we center on our main character here, Josh Future Man, and he is someone who is pretty much absolutely obsessed with video games. He's at a dead-end job as a janitor. And he really wants to do more with his life. But like I said, he really takes pleasure in playing this video game where he's Future Man. He has a much more successful life, and he just feels a lot more fulfilled. And things really change for him when one day, the two people in the game, Tiger and Wolf, actually come to life to tell him that he needs to save the human race and to go back in time. And this basically gives Josh the opportunity to maybe finally get his life on track. And that's really all I'm going to say. So, Future Man, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I went into the show not really knowing a lot. I knew the basic details, I knew that Josh Hutcherson was in it, and I knew that it was originally supposed to be a movie, and instead they turned into a TV series, and, I watched because Hulu has been really on point lately. I think they've honestly really been killing it, even more so than Amazon has. Amazon's really been struggling. I think Hulu really has found their footing, especially since The Handmaid's Tale. They've been very consistent. They got this, they got Runaways next week, and I have to say that based on this first episode at least, Future Man is another fantastic show from Hulu. I really enjoyed this premiere. I thought it was honestly really well done. There's a lot of things that really do benefit the show overall, and we're just getting into it all right now, starting off with the cast. And easily one of the best elements of the show is the cast here. I definitely really did love the cast. Now, Josh Hutcherson, to my knowledge, as much as I do love Josh Hutcherson, I don't think he's done another TV show before. This might be the first actual TV show that he's done. I'm sure he's made appearances, but I don't think he's had a major role like he has in this, and he is fantastic in the show. I loved the character of Josh because he's someone who, yeah, he is a bit lazy, and yes, he is a bit obsessed with video games, but he's aware of that. He's aware of the fact that his life isn't really going anywhere, and he's really struggling for meaning throughout the episode. And anytime someone tells him, oh, you're obsessed with this video game and that you don't really want to do anything else in your life, he just kind of shuts them down, even though you can tell he kind of knows it is the case. So we do have a kind of we do have a kind of multi-layered character here, and that's something I definitely wasn't expecting, and he's a lot of fun to watch. I thought Hutcherson did a really great job with this role, and especially when he is, tasked to go back into the world, you can just see the determination in him. He's kind of in disbelief about the whole thing, but I'm looking forward to seeing how his character does evolve throughout these next 12 episodes. I really love what we got with him here. He was a lot of fun to watch, and definitely, I think he's got a real bright future when it comes to TV, for sure. Everyone else in the show, I can't really say too much about because we didn't really see a ton with them. We did see Eliza Coupe as Tiger, and she's a lot of fun to watch. Josh clearly has a crush on her, and I don't know if she's going to serve as a love interest for him, but I thought she was honestly really badass, and I really did like her character. Derek Wilson was really good as Wolf. I think these three, so far at least, work really well together, but again, I've only seen them for like 9 minutes in the episode, so I can't really say too much about that. Ed Begley Jr. I thought was great as Josh's father, Gabe. I thought he honestly did a really great job here. Really, the whole cast is really great here. There's not really a stand. I think Josh Hutcherson definitely is the standout, but everyone else still does a really commendable job. But now let's get to the directing and the writing, because I really want to talk about the tone of the show, because the tone of the show is great. I honestly had an absolute blast with this show, and that's mainly just because of how fun this is. I mean, they're not taking the show seriously at all. They're just really having fun with it, and that's something I really do like. And sure, we are a little oversaturated when it comes to time travel right now. There's a lot of choices. You got Legends, you got Doctor Who, you got even lesser shows that are out there like Travelers and things like that, which I don't watch that show, but I know that's a time travel show. But this is another really solid one. What I really love about the show is that it's a little bit different from your typical time travel show. This isn't a show where it's just time travel. There's also video games. There's also, stakes in the show, and that's something I do like. I really do like the tone here. I think they handle it in a very well done manner, and most of the laughs did work really well for me. I thought that the laughs here were honestly quite consistent, especially scenes involving, his two coworkers that he worked with, the two that kept picking on him, their scenes honestly had me dying throughout the episode. Especially, I keep saying film because it does feel like a film punch. We're getting to that in a little bit, but there's one scene involving there's one scene involving Miss Pac-Man, and I was honestly dying there. I really enjoyed what we got there, and I thought that was definitely a lot of fun to watch. The writing in the show, like I said, is also very consistent. I thought the story in general was honestly really interesting, and Josh is a little bit more compelling than I expected him. I thought he was going to be a very one-note type character, but there's a few more layers in there that I definitely wasn't expecting, and I really like getting into that. I like seeing that Josh, yes, he is a bit of a couch potato. Yes, he is someone who really does have kind of a dead-end job, and yes, he doesn't really have much direction in his life, but he's well aware of that, and I did like where they did take him here. I thought that was definitely very well portrayed, and I thought the writing was very spot on. The introduction to him, I liked that the show really did take their time there with, getting into Josh, and it took a while to actually get into the main plot things, to the point where I didn't know if they were actually going to show up in this episode, if we were just going to go through a whole episode and Tiger and Wolf were going to show up in the next episode. However, I will admit the last 7 minutes did lower this episode a little bit for me, because while I did enjoy the setup, I did think we got into the whole, going back in time concept just a little bit too early. I think, honestly, they could have taken a whole episode, to have Tiger and Wolf, and maybe we end on Josh's, indecisiveness, and is he really going to follow them? What's really going to happen there? I think they could have done that, but they didn't. They just get right into it. And I understand, Josh really wants to do something with his life, but to me, I think they could have waited an episode to get to 1969. I think, the end of the episode, they go to 1969, you realize why they're going there, but it's like the last 7 minutes, and to me, I felt like I was watching the next episode. Like, to be honest with you guys, first time I saw that, I thought I hit a button by accident and I had gone to the next episode, because it feels like such a different episode. It doesn't feel like the same episode at all. It just feels like we're now in the second episode, and this is like the beginning of it. It didn't work. Again, just writing-wise, it didn't really work there for me, and I did think that it was a little bit off. And I will admit, there are points where you can definitely tell this was supposed to be a movie. It doesn't feel like a TV episode. It feels more like the first, 30 minutes of a film, and I don't know if it's going to feel like that throughout the entire duration of the season, but right now, at least, I definitely am getting that movie vibe that I think they want me to get. The cinematography here is actually really great. I was very impressed by the effects. I really did like the way the world looked. I thought the video game looked really realistic in that way, and I thought there were some really great effects here. It's clear the show, they're not trying to win Oscars here or anything, but I thought the effects honestly looked really great, and I was very impressed with not Oscars, they're not trying to win Emmys or anything, but I was very impressed with the way the effects did turn out here, and I thought they honestly did look really solid. Also, the score, not really much to say there. Like I said, the editing really is only my biggest complaint with this episode. It's just, I felt like it didn't really all go together as well as it should. I understood what they were trying to do, but to me, I feel they could have waited to go to 1969. I think they really could have waited a little bit. But I still thought there were some really great gags there. I like the 60s music and everything. You definitely get that feel that you're in a different time period. Just personally, I think they honestly could have waited to actually go back there. Other than that, guys, I really did love this first episode. I thought it was honestly a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing where the rest of the season really does go. I think, if they maintain this quality, I think this just could be a really solid, fun show from Hulu. I think they got another hit on their hands for sure. Josh Hutcherson, not much of a TV guy, but I think he honestly could be from the show. I really did love this first episode. I am going to give the series premiere of Future Man overall a B+. But overall, guys, I mean, the series premiere of Future Man. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode overall. Left your thoughts on it. Definitely looking forward to seeing where the rest of the season does go. I'm hoping to finish this weekend. Don't quote me on that, but I'm going to try to finish this weekend as best I can. But that's my review. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys in my next video, and I will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.